Today is 24th of February, the anniversary of the Republic of Estonia. Congratulations to everybody. Hello again. My name is Ardi Asten. Here we are in the second half of wintertime. Tits are singing, and this means that spring is approaching. How did the bees winter? We feed them properly in the autumn, and this means that a normal bee colony should have a food storage lasting up to the first forage from willow or even up to dandelion bloom, up to the end of April or even middle of the May. This is the situation in a colony with no other problems. In a colony which started very early brood rearing, the situation might be different, because brood rearing needs much more energy and therefore much more food. But we do not need to check the food stores today yet. As you saw in the earlier clips, we used hand scales to determine the weight of a hive. Today, we need to open up the winter cover in the front of a hive and thus open the flight entrance, because we are promised warm temperature for a couple of next days. And there is a great probability that some colonies may commence their clean sign flights. With the winter cover still in place, the clean sign flights might be hampered and bees get stuck behind it. The winter cover is installed just before arrival of the cold period. It keeps away falling snow, rain, generally moisture. If the snow packs high, it keeps the snow from direct contact with the hive and helps to keep the moisture in the hive on correct level. We don't remove the winter cover today. This happens sometimes in the end of March or beginning of April, when we do change the bottom boards. Today, we just open up the flight entrances. The hives have two entrances. We should open upper entrance too, in case the bees prefer this entrance. There is no need to inspect the colony, but naturally a beekeeper is curious about the situation in colony. How did they winter? We just quickly remove the inner cover and check the situation in 2-3 seconds. Where is the cluster situated and how large and active it is? This is a lot of information for us. So let's take a quick peek. The inner cover itself is more or less dry. There is some moisture on the edges, but the purpose of this winter cover is dealing with moisture, to keep it away from the colony. We feel a bit of warmth. Here we can see that the cluster is situated in the front of 2/3 of the space. There is empty room in the back side. This means that in the back there is still some food in the storage. But the radiating warmth is a kind of warming sign. There might be brood rearing going on. With ongoing brood rearing, the need for food has raised significantly, and we should check this colony in 2 or 3 weeks by weighing it, to make sure they shall not starve. But otherwise, the situation is excellent. Once colony had brood rearing going on, so we better quickly inspect situation in other colony, in order to have more general picture. One can't assess the situation in a bee yard on the basis of just one colony. Let's take a peek into another colony. Slightly warm again. The cluster is relatively loose. Empty room in the back again, so there are some food stores. Great picture. A grade. Here we have today's marten, catched in the trap. Honeybees have many predators. There are bears who destroy beehives in the summertime. We can protect our bees against bears by using electric fences. There are mice penetrating into hives, and there are tools to prevent that too. Most logical way to fight with the menace of martens is to have hunters keeping the population of martens in some limits. Unfortunately, there is a poison green mindset coming forth, according to which every fur is evil. I agree that fur farms are bad, but hunted fur is as green as something can be. It's nature's way. I have these furs here only because I catch these martens inside my bee yards. These martens would have destroyed beehives. They would have eaten some squirrels, baby rabbits and bird nestlings. Hunting them this way is a way to control population limits. But these furs should not be wasted. They should be weared. And it would be a green, natural behavior. Unfortunately, the general mindset doesn't differentiate, and all the furs are declared evil.